back. I'm eating cereal. We got the final trial to do. It's only 10:42. Maybe we can get this one done in our record. Maybe we can get a record time for me and get this trial done within 4 hours. AKA get it done in 4 hours, because these trials take forever. But there's only so many motherfuckers left. Looks like everyone's here. Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people? Stop it, you're making me depressed. You're making me depressed. So is it going to happen again, the cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends? But once we're through this, we can go back, right? That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial. But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one who's saying it, you know?
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. He's the killer. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial, I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what. Even if I have to pull out all the stops. Maybe it was Sonya. You can get it done fast if you use a walkthrough like some other Let's Players. Wait, what? What's the point of playing a fucking game on a Let's Play channel if you're just gonna look up a walkthrough for the game? If it's a game like this, what's the point? What the fuck? Why are you here? You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know? What are you saying? There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx us. Damn right, stupid rabbit should just shut up. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. Gets them views? How does skipping through a whole game get you views? Isn't it more fun when you watch the person, like, figure it out? We're like, oh, I'm so stupid. Or struggle for 10 minutes on something that you're like, ha, look at this fucking clown, can't get it. And then when you played it the first time, you struggled too. I finally realized after losing my powers, I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself, so I will fight.
Huh?
What's her deal? I do not really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You.
What can you tell by just looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Mini Maru. It would be annoying if he started talking during the trial. Fine.
Still.
Somehow, I understand what Manami is saying, I think. Let's get going. The last class trial. You're right, we need to fight as much as we can, no matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Time is precious for some people. If your job is to play video games, you got plenty of time to play video games, trust me. You can spend 40 hours playing this game. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my head. I entered Monokuma Rock. The first one's only 30 hours.
Yeah.
This elevator ride, this will be the last time for this too, right? I fucking hope so. Let's worry about things after we finished.
You are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us. A game like this, I want to see someone go through it all, you know? Get that brain picking. The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito? There's no way this is going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. You're right. Back during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who survived need to stand and fight. We must fight. Fuyuhiko is honestly, everybody here is kind of useful. Sonya has her uses. Chiaki's the most useful one. Fuyuhiko's pretty useful. Akane's not horrible, and I hate the mechanic. Yeah, Andy, that's my world. I can only play so much. That light of despair or hope. But here we are playing a 40-hour game.
Well now.
There were 6 survivors in the first game. Does that mean no one's gonna die here? There's only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up.
Enough, just fucking start this already.
Hey.
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial? Yep, it sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
Right.
Didn't I tell you we said it? This is the end.
Now then.
Let's get this trial started. This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. Got some milk in my beard. This is the 5th class trial, and according to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. The curtain's about to rise. Nagito Kamaida, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he even helped despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there was also times he saved us, too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. This life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one has begun. Save? Yeah, I guess I'll save.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Alright, let's let him talk while I eat cereal.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto!
Damn!
One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow!
I ain't wasting no milk.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh?
I'm almost on the
Are you
cereal, I
trying to
promise.
protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid.
Chapter 5 is my
There's no way in
favorite
hell
one
I'm
so
the
far.
traitor.
The build up with it, it's been the best one.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito, is he here, right? Are they the same person, or... Alright, cereal's done. Hopefully it doesn't smell up the room because I ain't leaving until this is over. Let's do it.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Well, you are a Yakuza, so maybe. Gundam died.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with
Maybe we
wounds.
just throw the torture wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, I missed.
Crap! The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Wow, this first one's kind of
Killer
hard.
didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
Maybe whoever found the bombs first with the Monokuma's account. Probably won't do it,
Killer didn't
but
take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing.
The reason Nagito's body.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was. What were they trying to find out by torture? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
nope.
Damn it! The killer didn't take Nagito.
Maybe it's the survival
Telling you,
knife
They were torturing him.
when it's like whoever
The reason
found the
Nagito's
bomb
body was covered with
first.
wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why. What were they trying to find out by torturing? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the is whoever found the bomb first!
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? No, were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The killer didn't take... I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Maybe I just have to agree with it.
The reason Nagito's body was covered.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong!
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Oh god, this is not this fucking guy.
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down.
Bro, I can't mash that fast. My hands would hurt.
Nagito's mouth was taped. You obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
What?
Damn it! Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Oh, nothing happens after that?
Damn it!
Bomb's location, then after
Like
they
you said,
killed him.
Nagito's mouth was taped. You obviously assumed he couldn't talk, but that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Damn it.
Crap! Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
God damn it, dude. I hate this shit.
Crap!
If I leave them alone, it just goes away.
The killer tortured Nagito and got information. Then, after they killed him...
Oh, I hate these fucking things. I'm not overcome by this dumb fucker.
But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down.
But if you tape his mouth shut,
Losing the soda? I have like 2 seconds to think of something.
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
They taped Nagito's mouth shut after getting information from him. True, that sounds reasonable. That clearly contradicts the truth. If he had listened to me until the very end, I wouldn't have gone to the trouble of repeating myself.
Attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Why would they duct tape his mouth shut after they killed him?
Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention. This is how it... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
No.
Crap! Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
I don't know which fucking truth bullet I'm supposed to fire at it.
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Why would they duct tape his mouth shut if he's dead?
Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention. This is how
Torture wounds, burned rope.
Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him... Allow me to cut through those words.
There it is. I was thinking that, but I was like, that doesn't really make much sense,
No,
but...
there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
You vote Sonya? I feel like it's Sonya or Soda.
Who cares about the duct tape? Might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
I used the duct tape one.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
Yeah.
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
Yeah.
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
You can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah, and right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
It ain't Fuyahiko. Fuyahiko's reformed.
It is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used.
Sonya got better as the game went on, as everybody else was dying. She kind of stepped it up.
Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
If it's Chiaki, I'm not finishing this game.
You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is.
The reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear up that first. Isn't it just the oil? The oil
The
lighter.
direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Oh, yeah.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter.
The Monokuma
The direct
panels.
cause of the fire, the oil lighter found at the crime scene.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
No.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
No.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
I agree with that.
I agree with that. Woo, penguin clean.
I also agree.
I only
that
got one
opening
hand,
the
so
door is
I
what
gotta clean
started
with
the
one
fire.
hand.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right?
Yeah.
It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
I know dominoes. I used to play with those as a kid.
Domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
Yeah.
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
Duh.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
The music. So we wouldn't hear the dominoes going off.
I see! You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? I'm talking about the music.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
Hey, me.
But looking back on
Shit!
it was also strange when we opened the door to the
Hit
warehouse.
B instead of A. I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. Huh, it's not opening.
So the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
Maybe Nagito set up a suicide trap. But why would he torture himself that much? The killer couldn't have left.
I see.
So you're saying the killer couldn't have
The
left?
panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened. The killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
No.
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used. You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that.
This is my answer. What if
You want
it
to
was
see?
Nagito?
I can't do that right now. I'm sorry.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
To an extent, Andy, yeah.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
I had a small inkling it was potentially that.
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
Yeah. As long as
his
you understand.
his left arm wasn't fully tied up.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Or his right arm, his right hand.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it,
You can
it's
tie up your
literally
own legs
impossible.
easily. And if you're talented enough, you could tie up one hand, get the knot going on one, but don't finish it, but then get the other one going. I feel like I'm overlooking something. It's the burned rope on his right hand.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
The front tail ain't that impressive.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Damn it!
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Does Nagito hate the others so much he'd kill himself to get them all dead or something? No, I don't know. Nagito's very
Actually tie up
weird.
your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with... It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
He does have a fancy X. I just noticed that.
Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. No, that's wrong.
I was thinking it. I was like, maybe. Just listen to the heart. Listen to the gut.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
But it's clothes.
Burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
I see.
I see.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely.
Well, no, it was stabbed.
Yeah, that should be the case.
But there was a knife through it.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
That's definitely wrong.
Thank you.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
You're in Japan. What do you want a Benjamin for?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
Yes, thank you.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
What? Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back? What the hell?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
What is happening? Way to stab yourself in your right hand using on your own hand. There's definitely an answer for this. Making our arguments again.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow and slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife He could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Give me back that Benjamin. If Nagi could only use his right hand to stab himself in the palm, then how did he do it?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
Blood on the
If you threw
girder.
the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
Fuck.
It's wrong?
Wait, blood on the girder
Even if
could be good for the
Nagito's right
prop
hand was
up.
free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
if he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
No! Everybody thinks I'm the killer because I'm so stupid! Oh no! I'm an idiot! We failed!
We will never give up.
Maybe I did do it. Well, guys, now that I think about it, I think I'm the killer. Shit, sorry guys. Turns out I killed him. My bad. I feel like the blood on the girder is for the goddamn spear if this is a suicide.
How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
Ah!
It's wrong.
Man, I lose so many
Even
points
if
for being
Nagito's
wrong.
right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
if he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I agree with that.
Should have done that the first time. My gut was with the plushie.
Life-size
My
Monica
gut was with the
He
plushie.
must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand,
GC
he no
played this
longer
like 4
needed the
years ago
plushie,
though, right?
So he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
No.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Can we kill this fucker?
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, It's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear.
There's always a couple fucking weirdos that
It'd be
make
hard
it
to
way
use
too
a spear
long.
with a knife stabbed into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
No.
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone.
Yeah, big belly
If
button.
you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monami sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed.
Hey,
over
Reld,
and over again
happy
so
today,
far.
unless
So
you're Nagito.
This might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
And are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh.
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
If anything happens to her, I'm killing
Working
everyone
together.
and then myself. What's that emote? The Chiaki? Even now, alright.
Let's do this.
It's her, she's sus. It can't be her, it's illegal. It's illegal for it to be her. I'm sorry, it's not allowed to be her.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
Or maybe he used his front tail.
I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What do you think?
The blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Okay, so the front half is the only thing that's anything useful.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
I know this is wrong. Oh.
Crap!
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
That's what I was trying to tell her.
If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
Or maybe he used his front tail.
I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What do you think?
The blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Yeah, blue is agree, so I can't. It's not. I don't agree with any of
How did
those
Nagito stab
fucking
himself with a
crazy
spear?
things.
Let's work together and think this through.
Wait, blood on the left hand. Where did
When
that
the
come
spear
from?
stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
Blood on
Only
left
able to
hand.
move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, that's wrong.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
What was Nagito's left hand doing when the blood splattered?
I see.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand,
Hey,
it'd be
Falcus.
impossible for him to stab himself.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle, just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it!
What?
Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
What section of the spear he was gripping?
I see.
The cord!
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Yeah, give or take.
You're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides, right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Yeah, there's still like 2 hours of this probably. Gripping the cord extended from the butt of the spear with his left hand. From there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time. What does that mean?
What?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that... No. Okay, logic dive. Ain't Chiaki! It's never Chiaki. Where was the spear just before it impaled Nagito? Above him. Fucking sealant grinder is above him. Or a sealant girder. I don't have enough time to get to the right answer every single time. I've known the right answer every time, but I haven't had enough time to get over to it. Slow down in this economy?
It's all coming together.
Clean!
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he'd probably use the ceiling girder directly above him.
Danganronpa
Nagito
version
probably
3
slung the
next?
cord over the ceiling
Oh,
girder
God.
and using that as a support.
Isn't this enough?
He hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Ow.
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Dude, it's only been an hour.
That's our Nagito.
There's no way this is the end of the trial. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died, that's the form that his malice took. I'd forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
There is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel like so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...?
What are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to
Thanks for
reach
hanging
such a
out,
happy
Cardface.
ending,
Enjoy
right?
lunch.
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
And something that he couldn't have messed with.
We're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
A piece of evidence that he couldn't even mess with.
Crap!
What? I heard the music. I thought it was right.
Crap! Crap!
Fucking hell, mate. I don't know what to turn in.
Crap!
The Monokuma file? Something he can't mess with. He can't mess with a Monokuma file.
I see. Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki's worried about is... What is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? Oh, this stupid fucking game. Cause of death. I was literally doing it, man. How the fuck am I supposed to keep up with that? My thing only goes so goddamn fast. My thing only goes so goddamn fast. Ugh.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
I knew what it was, it's just there's so much shit going on. Not only is there a spear stabbed in the stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting!
Fifth.
You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You are right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Aww, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united,
Something's gonna happen to her right now.
Shake you.
If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then this situation we're in, he might be the thing that... might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Oh, suspended.
No.
My heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was going to start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was going to happen. We haven't even done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. No, I knew. Isn't that right, Monami? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed! Friendship is measured by how long you can stay in the silence when you're alone with someone else. So Monami and I are the bestest of best friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough! Why do I have to be hated that much? Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit. How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know. We aren't even friends in the first place. And as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother! It's sad to live a life without friendship. It's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demands for that. I fell for it. I totally took the man bait. All right. Class trial reopened.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, Our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
What up, Cup?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
Then
Overlooked,
let's bring up
huh?
whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
Fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. It's the poison!
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds. Maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
Boom! Easy.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
It is true that poison is not something you can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing.
For poisoning use only.
See, now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife.
Chiaki is not allowed to be the
It
killer.
was a slow-acting poison. It is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
The way the poison entered Nagito's body, the answer is written on the warning label. I should think carefully and try to remember it. Oh, shit. I can't remember that poison label. What state was the poison in when it affected Nagito? Gas. Alabama! It was Alabama! That is a poisonous state. Bro, what the fuck? I fucking hate this shit. How did the poison enter Nagito's body? Through his wounds. It's that or through his nose. It's through his nose! That would have been so cool if it was through his wounds. I know it wasn't through his mouth. I was like, oh, the wounds are... That would be a cool way to die. That would be... I thought it would be a cool way to die, okay? It's just through his nose, though. The nose makes more sense, but the wounds would be cooler. I had an inkling it was through his nose, but...
It's all coming together. What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
How do you know it was gas?
Poison gas! Then all
From
he
the
had to
fire.
do was breathe it in through his nose!
Breathe that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
We let it air out. Smoke. No.
Crap!
The Monokuma merch? Maybe it is just the fire. Nope.
Crap!
Well, there's a 50-50 chance here. I don't think it's the merch, so the sprinklers? Yeah, it was just the fucking sprinklers. Don't listen to chat ever again.
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
You're bad, sorry. It's fine.
The
It's my
poison
fault for
gas
listening to
disappeared
people.
because of the sprinklers?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrosis. So it's possible to poison someone to death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The
Hydrolysis.
chemical bonds that form the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach. It was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but...
What? There's still more?
Not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nagito's motive. Malice. Is this really okay? Can we finish this here? No, that can't
There
be.
might have been an accomplice.
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
Nagito really brought poison to the warehouse, and the thing that would have been left behind is...
I see!
the container!
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Monokuma was the accomplice!
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
You can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
It was Monokuma.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you
Fucking
mentioned
beat
an
on the
accomplice.
bones.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just two.
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed
I think it was
suicide.
Monokuma. If we had an accomplice.
Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt, but...
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh?
Monokuma! I think I was calling him non-Mokuma.
The power
Monokuma.
of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
Or maybe it's Manami.
It'd be a suicide
Monami.
regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Connie just said now, and that'll be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was... this shit again? fire grenade? They give you that one. They give you that one.
I see. I got it.
Huh?
The fire grenades. Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used. So...
Oh, sorry, I cut him off.
Bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
Oh, I know this one, guys, I did it, I know this, it's the piece of blue paper!
I can prove it with this.
With this piece of trash!
Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Wow, some garbage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not
Trash!
just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
Gross.
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide! Enough already!
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
Whoever threw the canister killed him.
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death
No, if someone threw that someone threw that poison someone threw that poison.
Jackie?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought in, the moment Nagito breathed in the poison were the same. Could that be the same moment when we all threw the grenades?
I see.
Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
You said so yourself. You said Nagito committed suicide.
Boop, there's the twist.
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Crap.
What? Who prepared the poison fire grenade?
I see.
He prepared it. Fucking tricked me.
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Fucking tricked me.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
Nagito! They swapped it on you. They swapped it on you that time.
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
To make someone throw the poison.
I see.
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Hey, Amaris.
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Oh, no.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do.
Genius.
And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades.
Yo, that Pikmin fits in with those fire grenades.
An anonymous user gifted a tier
Setting
1
up a
sub
murder
to
nobody can solve.
Monica_Chan.
That was Nagito's true goal.
Thanks for the gifted sub, Anonymous. A Pikmin's a fire grenade.
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point.
Oh man, if you threw that grenade, that's just a little unlucky for you.
Once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on. If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
He's right, you know.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body. It was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved.
The meat on the bones!
Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry.
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
He is the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not.
There's always money in the banana stand, Michael!
Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
No, I know.
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, his trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you? I'm so chill. I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think. Really?
That's her catch line, I think.
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
Oh, motherfucker! Oh, God. What do I have to do it?
Got it. Let's do this.
Oh, what the fuck, you asshole? Hajime, can you do this closing argument for me? As long as you're not the killer, I'm fine with it. Dude, this is a pretty fucked up case. It's probably the best case in all the series. I don't even know who's gonna die. This one keeps you on your toes. Still partial to chapter 4. I don't know if I have anything for these. Also, hey, Sharkopath, I didn't say hi yet. I hope you're doing good. That's the only one I could have thought of. Hope you're doing well and enjoying the game. This one hasn't been too bad. This one hasn't been too bad. I feel like I've been pretty good at this one. Gonna get an A on this trial once it's all said and done.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
So far.
The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free. While
This
his remaining
is
arm and
so
legs were
messed
tied
up.
As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade.
Ugh.
He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin.
We don't know who killed him with poison by accident.
Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse.
Shit, sorry. You didn't do anything. Don't
That
worry.
was part of
You didn't
Nagito's
spoil
plan.
nothing. We know the gist of it, but we don't know who done it.
We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared.
It's probably me that
Poison
threw it.
sank to the
Whoops.
floor,
Sorry,
instantly
Hajime.
vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness,
Oh!
which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach.
Hey, Kayvon. Yep. This has been the best trial so far.
This is all the information
Nagito's
related
dead.
to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap. In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity. This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
Nagito died
How
nuts.
about it, Chiaki?
I think it's
Will that
written the
help you
best as
figure out
well.
Who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was? He said this to us earlier.
It's gonna be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap.
Yeah,
By
the
believing
traitor.
in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
Hajime Hanada.
I see! Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
And more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck, so it's definitely gonna be alright.
I guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette. Russian roulette! It's a game where you load one bullet in the gun, spin the cylinder, point it towards you, and pull the trigger. So you really did it? Oh, so that's how you're supposed to play it. So it would have been fine if I'd only used one bullet, huh? I guess it was just as Manami said. I misunderstood and thought I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder, so that's how I did it. You only had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving. But I'm still alive after all. The only good thing about me is how lucky I am. And he did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty. You just relied on your luck? It's not just luck, it's my true talent.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
No.
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything. He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
No, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
Yeah.
A target?
Ultimate lucky student, Makoto.
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student. And incorporated that luck into his plan.
Thanks, Shark. I mean, Chiaki.
As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
Shark called it.
For that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
Also, for people that missed this, turns out Byaku Togami wasn't even part of this game. It was the ultimate imposter.
That's it? The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
That was at the end. That was before the
What he
trial
said in
happened.
his video message.
Right before the trial, that got alerted to us. It won't work if there's any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor's student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activities. But I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true.
It was
By
the
that
ultimate
point, his plan
imposter
had
as
already
him.
been in motion.
So we got the book that Nagito got as the reward. And the Byakuya Togami was not in the book of all the students' files. And instead there was someone called the Ultimate Imposter who had just a bunch of question marks besides their talent. So he was the Ultimate Imposter of Byakuya Togami, so he wasn't part of this game. It was a trick. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long is it really because we didn't believe in him?
If he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that.
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair.
Sonya's been awfully
That's something
quiet.
he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
Yeah. He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. It sounds way too unbelievable to have actually happened,
The
but...
only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do?
Drugs!
I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
Drugs, always the answer.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
No.
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
Nope, it's not me. The way they set it up, they made it sound like she was the traitor. I refuse to believe it. No! They actually make me have to do this? That's so fucked up. That's fucked up.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please!
Maybe if you try Sonya again.
Aw, you totally guessed right. Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Damn it, why? This is nonsense.
Hey, Chiaki. Are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... up till now... you've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie.
But please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
Chat, this is so sad.
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird.
She didn't.
You waited until right now to out yourself.
She didn't out herself.
Definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe...
We need more.
I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Thanks, Petri, for the 10 gifted to Andrew, Coco, Syrian, Halunky, Ashes, Whiskey, Tantrum, Amaris, Volkowski, and Cornelius.
Favor? Me?
This is so sad.
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but... as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why... the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please...
The game sets you up to become besties with her.
We gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all!
Yeah, let Monami speak.
'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
I am.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
always been alone. I have no friends anywhere.
Chiaki was always nice.
I have no relation to Chiaki
Oh.
whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Damn it!
Chiaki isn't my friend.
Okay.
I hate Chiaki so much.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. What the
Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I won't let you. Let's all get along. First open and mix.
I hate this game mode.
Hajime, you stupid face. I won't let you. First open and mix. I'll lower your grades. Disappear. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I'll lower your grades. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I won't let you. Let's all get along. Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
This is the end! When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with the new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
So sudden?
Give me that notebook.
Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuna showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired.
What is this? Is this
Monami's
Is
diary?
the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
The truth is, I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. But now I clearly, I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a
It's
report
me.
that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Handwriting.
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
The topic we discussed in that entry. The final dead room.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go to the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that.
If I win the life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go to that octagon place, right? That's where the exit should be. I did it. I finally did it. I finally figured out where the exit is. I can get out with this. I can finally get out. You can't do that.
That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you'd do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word, took her handbook out of her pocket. Without hesitation, swiped her card reader. Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the trader's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake. That must be a mistake.
Dang.
Why are you saying such
In
things?
Rampa.
Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not.
I will not believe it. I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor. There is just no way.
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe it, but...
Then nobody will be saved.
Oh, for God's sakes, there's more.
Chiaki is not the traitor.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Chiaki is not the traitor.
I don't know where the fuck this is going.
Didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
What? Monokuma's account? Oh, I got one little life!
The traitor.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
Oh, God.
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole
I got
lot
it.
about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Got it.
He is not the traitor.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
I think I got
If
it.
she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate.
Oh!
Not it. That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I did not want to hear that.
No! We're doomed!
Enough already. Please do not say another word. I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
I'm so bad at this!
Sonia.
Besides that one time I got it.
Just because she knew the bomb
When it
was
accidentally
fake
came, the right answer
does
accidentally
not
came
mean
up.
we should decide she is the traitor.
Am I gonna watch the anime? So, no, probably not. Oh, I'm fine. We're good, we're good, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chucky is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake. Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chucky is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake. Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chucky is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told that it was fake. If so, you cannot. Monami and Chiaki were working together.
Bro, what the fuck?
Damn it!
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chucky is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Bro, I'm out of cuts! What?
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chucky is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Can you be better at this game? Dude, this game...
The bomb was fake.
This part of the game is so
That does not
stupid.
prove Chucky is the traitor.
It's so unnecessary.
If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
This part is so stupid. These stupid rebuttal showdowns. I don't care how much you guys say and how much this game says the mini games are better. These mini games are not better than the first
That does
game.
not prove Chucky is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake. Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chucky is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake. Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chucky is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake. Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chucky is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
The word search is better overall? I disagree. I think the word search is much worse than the first game.
Even if she knew the bomb was
But
fake,
it's okay to disagree.
that does not prove Chucky is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem.
Dude, I don't know what to
What matters
fucking
is
do.
who
I don't want to
told
do
her.
this again.
What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
I don't mind if someone just told me
There
the
was
answer,
someone
because I don't
other
want
than
to
me
do
and
this shit
Monami.
again.
Who knew that bomb was fake? That someone is Monokuma! Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told that it was fake beforehand. If so, you cannot declare Monami and Chiaki were working together.
Damn it!
Oh, this is so fucking pointless!
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake. Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Yo, what's the fucking answer? I'm not doing this shit again. What's the answer? It was fake beforehand, Monokuma's account. I got 25
Knowing it was a
seconds.
fake isn't the problem. What matters is who. What matters is that she heard.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island.
No! It was 1 second away. I didn't have time. Oh my god.
There was someone other than...
Bro, are you serious after all that? What a waste of fucking time. Dude, no one will convince me. No one will convince me. Fuck you, game. You and your stupid mini games. Your stupid, pointless mini games. You only have 10 slashes. You have to time this exactly in the right second if you want to continue. Ugh. Fucking ruining this trial.
Bomb was fake. That does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Oh, meat on the bone.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem.
It's not even that this trial is like too long. It's just
What
this is
matters
so
is who told
stupid.
her.
This fucking game mode is so
What matters is that
stupid.
she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
Get me out of here.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake.
Get me out of here.
But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs, they're all fakes. I knew that already. You should have said so earlier. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was going to happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved.
That Monokuma may have just
Oh, that's
been
still
lying.
in the game next time? Yeah, I'm not
Why
playing the
times
third
like this?
game.
You already know that.
I'm not fucking playing the third game. I'm vetoing that shit.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
Hell no.
Not it.
Never playing any more
It's just,
Danganronpas after this
even
one.
if Chiaki
I've still
is
got
the
one more
traitor,
chapter to do.
Is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
It's genuinely better.
That's not it.
I'm not playing for a game mode.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you, that's not it.
Gotta finish all? Hell no.
We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life.
We've played almost 80 hours of Danganronpa, and you guys are telling me you want more?
If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in
Can that
me.
same be used for any game? Yeah, I guess.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this. But still, I want to protect everyone by any means.
You're good without more Danganronpas?
I'm happy that I'm able to do
You guys got 2 of them. That's enough, I think.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
Damn it! Why did it end up like this?
Chapter 5 in the first game had a twisted ending, so maybe Chapter 5 in this game will also have a twisted ending. I got an 100 on that last rebuttal showdown? What? How? I was bitching the whole time. It's not fair! I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. But most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking. And believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead.
Even so.
Something's gonna happen where she's not dying. I just have a feeling. Call me a Swedish person, because I'm hooked on a feeling. Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the result. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito Kamedo's killer is Chiaki Nanami.
Damn it!
Are you serious? That was correct? The fact that Chiaki was a traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck. Everything was true.
Damn it.
Plus, that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Stupid, we're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Tell you
Oh,
guys.
she's talking.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it, even though I do not want to believe it. There's no choice but to believe it, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what.
Cuz-
I can't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray?
Well,
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I'll never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the fuck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
well,
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just gonna answer, right? Like if we ask you why you're in the Future Foundation and stuff?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will always be our friend. Even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed and Chiaki lost in the end. It all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that. Was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange? Strange? I mean, we nearly lost, right? And if Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You've raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor. Huh? Congratulations, you successfully stopped Nagito's plan. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor and kill everyone else besides the traitor. Kill everyone else besides the traitor? That was his goal?
Huh?
Why would he do something like that? Evolve to form a plan that only the traitor would survive? Is that bastard really that twisted in the head?
Nope.
Nope. It's okay. Okay, what?
Well,
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. And the circumstances had been different, he probably would have taken things so far.
Chiaki.
You really are a kind-hearted motherfucker. Huh, you think so? I wonder where you got your personality from.
perhaps.
Maybe our dad and our big brother, don't you think? Hey, don't go talking about your family all of a sudden. That's totally ripping off the Teru.
I can't lose.
Then I cannot lose to Chiaki. Just like Chiaki and everyone else, even if I know it's a fight I cannot win, I must try to retaliate. Eh? Retaliate?
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
She self-destructed?
What'd you say?
What the fuck? What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma, like, died?
No,
I'm not dead. Ah! A new one fucking came out of nowhere! Phew, man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't lose.
Not yet, I'm not done yet. Wait.
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Hey, hey.
Not yet! Stop it. If you don't stop right now, it's all gonna be destroyed.
I won't
Of course, I'm doing it so you all be destroyed. I'll be the one to protect my students. I'll protect them with my life. Monami, you... Now then, how many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once. How many? Not that much. Just around 10 to the 60th squared. What did you say?
What?
1 million? Damn, you do quick fucking math. 1, 10, 1,000, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead 10 to the 52nd, then 10 to the 60th. That's 10 to the 60th power. After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit. Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see the scene? While you're doing this, my clones are continuously and endlessly created in the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong.
But those are just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're just bluffing, Monami. Finish them off.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma. What did you just say? There's no way that's possible. That's not even magic. Magic? What is this, Bob and River Cuomo? Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey.
If you bring up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be so confused. Unless you mean magic in a technological sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey.
What's going on? Don't tell me they're gonna call this magic or something. Well, I don't care how you interpret it.
in the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's this?
How many Monomies are left to challenge my army of 10 to the 60th powered square? You don't have to say anything, I know. Let's just see, you have 10 more left, right? I know everything, I'm the conqueror of the new world. I won't give up, even if I have no chance of winning.
Okay, Monami.
It's okay, Monami.
Well,
It's not about giving up, you
let's
know.
believe in them.
Let's believe in them. Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them. But,
Right?
right?
Damn it.
What the hell is going on?
Um,
I do not know for certain, but the only thing I can say
please
is
listen.
Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like
Does that mean there's another organization that are enemy besides the Future Foundation?
This is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between these two organizations? Okay, that's it. Let's just leave that talk for later. Because the punishment time's gonna start. Ugh. Hold on, just a little more time. To wait, or not to wait. The arm is falling off my chair. I need to screw it back into place. I'll use my hand for now. If you think about it right now, there's no way I'd wait. But I haven't.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Hajime. Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that I...
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Chiaki Nanami, the ultimate
Special
gamer.
cleaning service.
And for Monami, too. Huh? Why even Monami? It's just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I wanted since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody that'll defy me anymore. Also, I remember now. I'm an only child.
That is...
What is that? It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'll just be a burden anyway. And not just that, I've decided to believe in everyone.
Guys,
I'm sorry.
sorry about so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Bye, everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it
Proceed with high spirits. This is the very last punishment time! Oh, my armpit is sweaty. See that? I guess you don't. Jack is found guilty. Time for the punishment. Are they gonna get saved? Just like Kyoko Kirigiri did? Nope, doesn't look like it. Just drop it. Thank you. Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments without realizing I had fallen to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask, before I could say what I needed to say, say what you need to say. Chiaki vanished before my eyes, and I couldn't even tell her thank you. She just had to die. If I had a little said that, would she have been comforted as she was executed as the traitor? Would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt.
I don't believe it!
Deck the halls with bounds of glory, fa la 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 la. As for Chiaki, she regularly took on the role of pointman during the class trials, as did Nagito too. And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too. Oh well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them. Wait, does that mean? Now that the annoying rabbit is gone as well, all of the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone. You serious we can leave this island? Yep. Congratulations with this. I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 who've survived up until now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you for all your hard work. You really okay with that? What do you mean? There are still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you would be setting things up for another killing to happen right away. You're right. Stop it, what are you saying? What if Mr. Monokuma changes his mind? Also, you said you 5 like you were emphasizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end already, even though there's still 2 days left, right? It matters that there are 5 people left? Are you planning to make a volleyball team?
Stupid fool.
You need 6 people for volleyball. Don't stay quiet, say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and an enemy of the Future Foundation, so what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created. Huh?
No.
Well, you'll just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. Reach a 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see a lot of your questions answered in one go. And then you guys will find out for yourself just how messed up this new world is.
Hey.
A new world? Don't go saying new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest, because once you leave this island, your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you. Monokuma's boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. The laughter just kept going forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why I didn't look back on everything that happened up till now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen and burrowed deep into my sheets as if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to... I didn't get to read it. And then the sun finally set. The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really gonna end? What is everything anyway? How far? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything gonna end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope Peaks Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Could we really end this and turn our back on all this? And not just that, if we're really leaving, then where are we going? To Hope's Peak Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island, at a place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. There's only 9 hours left. That's how long chapter 2. That's how long chapter 6 is going to take, probably. I feel like I had a fun dream somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right. It's the last day. According to Monokuma. Suddenly, my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was griped by a fear that I never felt before. A fear like I'd been abandoned in this world, completely, utterly alone, with nobody left on this island. Kazukai, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sanya. Like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe anything, like everything in this world was nothing but lies. Ah! I rushed out of the cottage desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out the cottage desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out the cottage desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out the cottage desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out the cottage desperate to escape that fear. When I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her. Ah, Hajime, good timing. Good timing, what do you mean? Remember Nagito's video message that we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb ruckus, what about it? Apparently there was more to that message inside the laptop.
Yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so he wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Why would he do that? Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as a will. Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it, the restaurant. Is this chapter still not over? We're still technically on chapter 5, so this video doesn't end. She's emotionally distressed, romancer. This ain't Starfield. Watch everyone be alive. Nope, just these goons. Hey, you're late. Is it true Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She was the one who found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamsters, and I found it when I stopped by the factory. A coincidence, you say? Wrong! That is the will of casuality guiding you. Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allowed that. So anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right. I wonder
who's watching this message.
Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hoped it would. Ended the way he hoped it would.
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the traitor. Damn it, it was just as Monokuma said. So he really set up the traitor as the killer and then even tried to make them survive the trial? But why would he do that? Enough with your useless talk. It appears there's still more. Thanks, Byakuya. But if everyone but the traitor is watching this video, then unfortunately I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me. Let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business to defeat the Huns. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize at the final dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... Oh yes, it sounds like someone's mic when I play Call of Duty. The Future Foundation's traitor must have known that truth all along, and so I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolved to take action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to become a protagonist myself. But now that I know the truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I said check the web for details. I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. But only so you can lead your unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is... the ultimate hope named Makoto.
New YouTube subscriber.
Jeez, what a hopeless truth. Who's Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like that? But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go to. The key to enter that place is that message you found at Nezumi Castle.
Well...
Normally, you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place, but since that message gets rid of those steps, you can check if it as an Easter egg or something. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monamai. But that has nothing to do with me. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end, but I guess now's a nice time to announce it, right? So then I'll announce the password. 11037. That's it. That's the password. That was written in Nezumi Castle. You have to use that to enter the specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of the world's hope, and if that really happens, praise me. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
Please call me
ultimate hope.
You're not Makoto. That 11037 number that Nagito said was the password. There's no mistaking it. That password to enter the ancient ruin. You better hurry. I think let's go before the countdown reaches 0. What is happening? Is this still chapter 5? Oh, they died. Somehow it is quite nerve-wracking. Yeah. Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
You are a boy,
it's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? That's right! That's the countdown! There's no time to stand around! Damn right, it's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills.
If you're gonna let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware I keep with me?
Hey, now's not the time to fuck around. It's gonna be alright. You don't have to worry. I'll protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward together.
Shut up.
The hell, don't treat me like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's order. Oink, 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 oink. What was that? I told her that you can only understand piggy talk. I said you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my family.
I'm going to kill you.
Hajime.
The password, please. Yeah, I know. Hajime.
It's gonna be fine.
The only thing beyond this point is a shining future. It says Leon! Beyond this door, the future is waiting. The sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward.
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way...
Huh?
Where did everyone go?
Hmm? Everyone?
What? Something's wrong. What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is how this chapter is still fucking going. This world. Well, like and subscribe, YouTube. Let's Play Chapter 6 will be finished next time.